Dear children, now we will move on to the next three non-farm activities which comes as a part of diversification of agricultural activities. The next three non-farm activities which we are going to discuss are fishing, information technology and horticulture. Now let us start with fishing or fisheries. Fisheries involves catching, processing and selling the fish and other aquatic animals. No much explanation is required for that. Fisheries refers to catching, processing and selling the fish and other aquatic animals. Now important points regarding fishing. Point number 1, fishing community regards water body as their mother, that is a life-giving source. Point number 2, the fish production from inland accounts for 64%. Inland production means what? From the rivers, lakes, ponds, etc. And the rest 36% of the total production comes from the marine sector, from the seas and oceans. Okay, so from the seas. So 64% is from the inland sources and the rest of the 36% out of 100% comes from the marine sources. Then comes the next point. Fish production accounts for 0.8% of the total GDP. In the GDP, the contribution of the fishing is 0.8%. Now, active women participation is there in the fishing. 60% of women is involved in export marketing and 40% is involved in internal marketing, direct selling of the fish by the women. And there are women who are engaged in the export companies. They are engaged in the work in the export companies. So 60% of the women involved in the export marketing and 40% in internal marketing. Now there are certain problems faced by the fishing community. Let us see what is that. Widespread underemployment. You know what is the concept of underemployment? The same as that of disguised unemployment. More number of people than what is required is involved in the fishing because they don't have any other option, because they are not skilled in other areas. That is their main problem. So excess number of people than what is required actually, that is underemployment. So underemployment is more in fishing. Point number 2, low per capita earnings. Earning of each and every individual is known as per capita earning. The per capita earning is very low in fishing. Next problem is absence of mobility of laborers to other sectors. This is a point which I stressed on. The problem is that they are skilled only in this particular work in fishing. They cannot be diverted to other sectors. They are not skilled in other sectors. So underemployment remains always, as there is no mobility of the workers from this area to the other sectors. Then high illiteracy and indebtedness. The fishing community is always characterized by illiteracy, high illiteracy and indebtedness. Next we will move on to horticulture. So we finished with fishing, important points with regard to fishing and the problems faced by the fishing community. Now we will move on to horticulture. Horticulture is an art of cultivating fruits, vegetables, tuber crops like potatoes and sweet potatoes, then aromatic plants, spices and plantation crops. Altogether comes under horticulture. Now let us see what are the important points in horticulture. Horticulture contributes 6% to GDP. The contribution of horticulture to the GDP is 6%. Now very good livelihood option for the farmers. So horticulture can be encouraged because it is a very good livelihood option, because different segments are there in horticulture. Then great scope for women employment. Why? Because flower harvesting, nursery maintenance, then hybrid seed production, tissue culture, propagation of fruits and flowers, that means breeding of the specimens, etc. are highly remunerative for women, which means they give more and more income for the women. So women can be engaged in these areas such as flower harvesting, nursery maintenance, then hybrid seed production, tissue culture, propagation of fruits and flowers, that means breeding of specimens, then which gives high remuneration for the women. Next we will move on to information technology. Information technology deals with the use of computers and telecommunication to retrieve, store and transmit information. Now we can't think about a world without computers, isn't it? So they play a very important information technology. They play a very important role in our life, isn't it? They are helpful in all the areas. Now let us see the important points about IT. First point is, it is a tool for the government to know about the food insecurity and vulnerability and to take necessary measures on time. Vulnerability means extreme situation where people are suffering from bad conditions. So with the help of information technology, government is able to collect information regarding all kinds of problems faced by the people in different areas, especially in the rural areas. And government can implement necessary measures to solve the problems. Next is, it helps the agricultural sector as it circulates information regarding prices, weather and soil condition. All the information regarding the prices, weather condition, soil condition, etc. are available through information technology. So it is a great help for the agricultural sector. Next point is, it acts as a tool for releasing creative potential and knowledge embedded in the society. People can come out with their skills and with their potentials with the help of information technology. So with that they can earn the livelihood. It is a source of income for them. Even in the rural areas, there are people who are highly skilled in these areas. So this is a chance for releasing their potential. So it helps them to earn the income. It helps employment generation. So in the rural areas, government should try to improve, government should try to implement more and more, government should try to divert more and more people to the information technology, because it always gives more employment, it helps in the employment generation. So this is all about the other non-farm activities. There are so many other non-farm activities which can be discussed, but it's only a few you need to learn in your syllabus, and we have already done all those topics. I hope all these topics are clear to you. Thus we have come to an end of this chapter. You have to work out the exercise given in your textbook. Thank you.